Oh, hey. What's happening, guys? We're Corazon back here for a new video, and this week will be none other than Demon Slayer, Ninja's favorite. Now, before I get into the whole schematics and the breakdown of how exactly this anime goes, it is simply a generic shonen. So if that clears up something for you guys, then great. If it doesn't, basically it's an action adventure anime, mostly. Obviously, it falls into different categories, but those are the main two components. And Demon Slayer is one of these. It's different because I've never seen an anime get so popular in such a short amount of time. It literally beat One Piece in manga sales 2 months in a row for a manga that just got an adaptation. So that's pretty incredible, pretty big milestone. So congrats to the people who wrote and did the animation for Demon Slayer. That is quite the accomplishment. Now, let's get into the video. I want to say before, though, that my opinion might be a little different from yours on my perspective of how good Demon Slayer really is, so don't get too upset over what I say. And again, don't listen to too much what I say. It's all your opinion. And last but not least, my dog may be in the video sometimes because he's hanging out with me today. He's in my room and he's chilling, so we're not going to kick him out. But, yeah, guys, let's get right into main characters. Although I'm sure a lot of you already have watched this anime, the main character is Tanjiro. He is like the kindest, sweetest boy someone could ever ask for. He doesn't have too many flaws. The only thing I would have liked to have seen at the beginning was maybe more like a different side to him. Like, for example, Luffy is like such a nice character, but when it gets down to it, he's like ah. And we saw that a bit in Tanjiro later on, but it was more to do with his family members rather than just him standing up for righteousness and whatnot. Nonetheless, he's still a very good main character. He is very likable. I think it'd be impossible to dislike this main character. But for those reasons, I'm giving him an 8.5 out of 10. Because although he's a really good main character, I think he still has a little more to prove and a little more character development to happen in order for him to truly blossom, and I do believe that will come within time. Secondly, we'll be talking about the side characters. Now, there are 3 important side characters, and there's like a small trio within the anime, so it's Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke. And then there is Nezuko, who is Tanjiro's little sister. As you can tell, I'm wearing Zenitsu's Kinemon. I don't know how to pronounce it. Nonetheless, I'm wearing this right now. I like it a lot. It's quite comfortable, and I would suggest if you like this show that you buy one too. They're quite cheap if you find the right site. Anyways, regardless of all that inputting, Zenitsu and Inosuke are 2 other Demon Slayers. They are fantastic. The one thing I like about the show the most is the character interactions between each other. It's very humorous. It's very natural, raw. It doesn't look like it's anything that's forced or these characters wouldn't merge under different circumstances, but everything that happens between them makes a lot of sense. Nezuko is the cute younger sister who helps them out, and I don't want to give away too much, but I feel like since everyone's watched this anime, she doesn't talk, so I feel like that hinders her character a little bit. And yeah, there is some character development there, but without being able to talk, I feel like it's hard to really push forward her character. Having said all that, I believe one day she will talk. I have not read the manga, so no one spoil anything for me, but I believe one day she will talk and she'll get a lot of character development and she'll become truly a very good character in the show. So I'm giving it a 9 out of 10 because I love the trio of swordsmen, and Nezuko is a pretty good character overall as well, but most importantly, it's the 2 other swordsmen aside from Tanjiro that really pushed this anime forward between the character interactions and the humor that surrounds it. Third, we'll be talking about the story. Now, as I said previously, this is a generic shonen. We can't get around the fact that it is. A lot of animes come out a year that are generic shonens, and we have the classics like Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, and then there's a bunch this year like Fire Force, Demon Slayer. Generic shonens have a problem of following a certain formula that kind of equivalates to success, and they don't try to go out of that box, because if they follow this certain formula, and obviously they still have to write a good story nonetheless, they will be successful. Now, Demon Slayer did do it well. The story is good. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. I think it will improve. Keep in mind, we've only seen the first season of this anime, which was 26 episodes, I believe. So there is a lot of room for improvement, but just because it's kind of following a generic formula of a hierarchy that the main character has to beat, and he keeps climbing his way up, and then there's always kind of like a random power up when he most needs it, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10, just following basic rules. Next is the animation. Now this is one of the most talked about things when we're thinking of Demon Slayer, because we all know, or a lot of us know or have heard, that the animation of this is like spectacular, really. So Ufotable is the animation company. They've done series like Fate, but they also do a lot of movies, and when you do a movie, there's a lot more product and animation put into it because it's only like an hour and a half rather than like a 26 episode season. So for Ufotable to do Demon Slayer was kind of like unique, and it doesn't happen very often. But the animation is amazing. The fight scenes are incredible. Like the fight scene animations are some of the best I've seen. It would be in my top 3 for sure, possibly 1 or 2. I did say previously Mob Psycho has the best animation, and I think consistently it does. But when it comes to fight scenes, this animation is better than Mob Psycho in my opinion, just because it's a lot more, I don't know if it's aesthetic is the right word, but it's a lot prettier. For that reason, I'm giving it a 9.7 out of 10. I think that's deservedly so. The animation company did a fantastic job with it. The last aspect we'll be speaking about is the villains, and in my opinion, this is where the anime kind of drops off. The main villain is a person named Muzan, or Michael Jackson, whatever you know him as. He is the main villain, however, he's not prominent in the first season. Like most shows, obviously he wouldn't be the main villain unless it's finishing the season. Having said all that, the villains previous to him are just disappointing. I didn't like him, I didn't love him. They were just strong people, that was it. There was no, they tried like filling in character development to like one of them, and I just wasn't having it. Honestly, I thought it was kind of boring. I didn't love the villains in this anime at all, really. I think moving forward they'll get a lot better, but as of right now they're average at best, and I think that's being generous. I think they're below average. So for that reason, I'm giving it a 4.5 out of 10. I think the villains really drop off this anime. So the overall rating of this anime is a 77.4% out of obviously 100. Now you gotta understand, a lot of times when I do these ratings, I made these 5 categories as like the most important things to a good anime. So it isn't necessarily correlated to how much I like an anime. It's just a percentage of how good objectively I thought the anime was. I really did enjoy Demon Slayer. Everyone should watch Demon Slayer. Honestly, you should 1,000,000% watch Demon Slayer. It is a very good anime. The characters are really good in the show. It has some faults, yes, but the animation and characters are so good, and it's 100% worth the watch. I look forward to seeing where the anime takes off. The next season will be a movie, the train arc. And for you who keep spoiling the manga on Twitter and social media, please stop. I don't want to know every character that dies before I watch the movie or the next season or whatever. So stop spoiling stuff, guys. Not cool. But yeah, you should watch Demon Slayer 1,000,000%. I'm sure a lot of you already have. But yeah, guys, that's the end of my video. If you come this far, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, smash that bell button. Real Corazon out.